To the second part of today's UKSM 17 Speed Charity Marathon event. We are about to go live with Crafted on Pokémon White 2. Remember, today we are trying to raise money for Médecins Sans Frontières. It's a global charity where doctors go across the world doing stuff, doing the doctory things. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
Crafted.
Ready.
You're ready?
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to give us a countdown to the beginning of your run, we'll go whenever you're ready to start.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! Yeah! We have begun the run!
Oh, that working.
Alright. So this is Pokémon White 2, and the first thing I'm going to be doing here is a bit of RNG manipulation. I'm starting my game at a specific time, and I'm holding certain buttons as the game boots up. And then I've just got to hope that the game picks the correct timer zero value. There's like 6 different timer zero values it can choose, and one of them is the correct one. It's not 1 in 6 though, my one is like more likely than the others. But yeah, I've just got to, this is kind of like random though, whether I get it or not. And that manipulation will put me on a specific RNG seed, which will allow me to manipulate my Tepig stats and also the encounters at the start of the run. So my Tepig, I'm going to manipulate it to have specific IVs in nature. So okay, there. So I saw there that the timer, the little spinning thing, pointed in the right direction when it started, which means that I got the wrong timer zero. So I'll just reset. So yeah, this is just like random, whether I get the right one here or not. It shouldn't take too long to get the right one. But yeah, anyway, I'll be getting 31 HP, 29 attack, 31 defense, 29 special attack, 31 special defense, and 25 speed. So like, those are the IVs. IVs are like a random number between 0 and 31, which each Pokemon has, and it determines like how good each stat is. And at lower levels it doesn't make much of a difference, only like 1 or 2 stat points, but at level 100 it's like a 31 stat point difference. So yeah, the reason I'm not manipulating all 31s is because I'm not actually going to be using Tepig for very long. Okay, so see, I saw there that it started in the bottom right, so I know that's the correct seed. So that's good, second try, not too bad. Yeah, I don't need all 31s because I'm not using Tepig for the whole run. I'm only using him at the start. And also I'm not using 31 speed because I actually want to be outsped by Cheren's Lillipup instead of being on a speed tie, because it makes the fight more consistent. Even though it is slightly faster to risk the speed tie, but I would rather have consistency and lose like 10 seconds or whatever, but to get past there every time, or mostly every time, you can still die. So yeah, basically there's like 3 different types of RNG. There's the IV RNG, which determines the IVs, and then that advances every 128 steps, and also in battles. So before I get to Tepig, I'm not going to go 128 steps or have any battles, so that won't advance. And then there's the PID RNG, which does like the nature and also the encounters, and that advances when like NPCs are moving and stuff. So when I go outside in a minute, the PID RNG will be advancing, and I'll have to take a specific path through the town in order to get the correct nature. So I'm going to set my options here, fast, all battle stuff off, and yeah. And then there's the battle RNG, which is just like impossible to control because it uses like sampling data from like the mic, the DS mic and stuff. So even me talking here is affecting the battle RNG, so it's just impossible to control. Yeah, so I've got to make sure I do my movement correct here in order to get the right nature. I'm going to be manipulating a naughty nature, by the way, on Tepig, which increases its attack and lowers its special defense. And that's good because I basically use mostly attacking moves, and defense is more important than special defense. So I have to do that movement there. And then I can see, because the NPCs will always move in the same direction. I know I've definitely got it right, but I know anyway, I've got it. I'm definitely on the correct seed. So here I've got to talk to Bianca quite quickly. I've actually got quite a big window to talk to her here. Because, well, basically in this game, everyone who runs it has to work out their own manipulation, because it's your RNG is actually based on the DS MAC address. So everyone has to work out their own manipulations for this. And up until recently, that was very annoying to work out because you couldn't do it on emulator. But then in about March, someone found a way of putting in your, like, injecting your seed on emulator, so it made it a lot easier to work out the manipulations. So I don't nickname Tepig there because I don't use him for very long, and text is like really fast in this game, so it would be slower to actually nickname him there. And Tepig's the best, by the way, because he's just really good at the start. Oshawott is good as well, but then Tepig's better for the third gym. And even if you're going the whole game with a starter, you'd use Tepig, and that was actually one of the old routes for this game. Use Tepig the whole way. But now, because we can manipulate an Excadrill, or manipulate a Drillbur, that ends up being better. So, first fight here, just spam tackle. You can actually die to this fight if you get really unlucky, but I think it's only happened like once to me ever. It's really unlikely. See, I only took 4 damage this time. Quick check there that I got the right Tepig, but I've got a big window of frames to press A on Bianca, so I pretty much know I've got it. It's quite hard to, when you're working this out, quite hard to find like a big window of frames where you'll get the correct nature, especially before you could work it out on emulator. So yeah, luckily, like, the PID RNG doesn't advance when you're going through any text boxes, so you don't have to like mash frame perfectly or anything. But yeah, so I've manipulated my Tepig now, and I can continue the manip to get the encounters that I want. So now I get the running shoes so you can run a bit faster. I think running is like double the speed of walking. Alright. And then gonna talk to this girl here, because if you don't talk to her, she sees you, and so it's faster to talk to her because you don't get the exclamation mark. Go in the middle here. Some cutscenes you don't actually want to go to like the middle or whatever because they walk at the same time as you, but for that one, if you don't go in the middle, it's slower because you walk to the middle instead of running. Got the catching tutorial now. You actually have to still mash to speed up using the moves, even in the tutorial. It still works here, but then you can't speed up using the Pokeball. But yeah, fights in this game are like really fast. I think it's like the one of the fastest fights in all Pokemon games. Like the battle speed. So yeah, now I'm gonna have to do some specific movement. Go up there, and then yeah. So I go up to the cliff here because if you don't, then this guy is gonna go all the way around you and like look at you again. Like he looks at you from those sides, he'll look at you from the other side as well if he can. Then here I walk 2 tiles. Obviously it's faster to run, but this is part of my RNG manip there, walking those 2 tiles in order to get the encounters that I want. Now talk to this guy. Normally when you're doing RNG manip, you want to run in front of the trainers, even though it's faster to talk to them, because it's really hard to talk to them frame perfectly, and if you lose frames, the RNG might advance or whatever. But in this area, before I get to the bridge, the RNG isn't advancing at all, so I can just talk to him and not worry about it messing up. Yeah, because the RNG is advancing here, I am going to run in front of this one to make it consistent. Scratch, okay. If she uses Growl there, I have to Ember, and then it's a damage range. But actually with my first range there, I would definitely got it with Ember. Okay, I'm gonna walk 2 tiles here and then run, and this will be a Pidove, level 2. Male, I think. Oh, it's female. Yeah, whatever. I couldn't remember. Yeah, this has a 1 in 16 chance of dying. Hopefully it doesn't, because I want to catch it. Good. Yeah, so you can't manipulate the fights in this game, so catching Pokemon is still random whether I get it or not. But at that HP it's like a 95% chance to get in, so yeah, got it. And that's for Fly. You don't actually need that many HMs in this game to finish it. You actually only need Surf and Strength to finish. Obviously I use Fly as well to save time in a couple of places. So now I've got the second rival fight already, even though we just fought him a minute ago. He wants to fight us again. And here I'm actually going to Tail Whip on the first turn. This is because once you hit this guy once, he's going to like come out and talk. So if I got a crit there, it would have skipped him like coming out and talking. And it's still the same number of turns as if you just tackle 3 times. Gonna get a good bit of potion here. That's useful. Okay, so we've got to go to the ranch now. So now I'm going to be manipulating a Psyduck. And this is not. This is a bit like tricky to work out because I'm gonna walk here and then get that, because it's really hard to pick that up on the same frame. Oh, whoops! I walked 2 tiles. Okay, that will still be a side up, but I got it 1 tile early because I messed up a bit, but that's fine. That's really hard to work out because, yeah, it's really hard to pick up the X attack on the same frame. So, whoa, I crit it, but it lived, luckily. Okay. It's really hard to pick it up on the same frame, so you've got to work out a manip where you've got, like, lots of frames of leeway to pick it up, and that's really unlucky. It broke out after I crit it as well. Yeah, you've got to find a manip with lots of frames of leeway. And I have, like, 11 frames of leeway to pick up the X attack, which is pretty insane that I found one that good.
Hello. Give me that. There you are. Slight bugs. Fix that. There you go.
So I'm going to see if I can manipulate like the rest of the encounters. Oh yeah. So because I got the Psyduck on the wrong tile, I'm not going to be able to manipulate past here, but there's not much grass left anyway, so it doesn't matter. The important thing is that I get the Pidove and the Psyduck, because then I don't have to search for anything. Yeah, there's a lot of yes/no text boxes in this game, and some of them, I mean, they all don't matter if you say yes or no, pretty much, but sometimes it's faster to say yes or no, and sometimes it's so close that you can just it's faster to just mash A and B and see which one you get rather than mash one button and lose time from only mashing one button. But the annoying thing about this game though is that they took out the ability to set L to A, because they had this in Gen 3 and 4, and then they brought it back in Gen 6 as well, where you could set your L button to be your A button as well, so you'd have like an extra button to mash with. Get this X speed. So the X attack and X speed are for later on. You can't actually buy X items in this game until really late on, and I actually am not going to buy them at all in this run because Excadrill is a beast and doesn't need them. So, but I do need that X attack and the X speed. Oh yeah, Psyduck is for Surf and Strength, by the way. And also, you need to have 3 Pokemon before you get to the triple battle fight later on. So that's why it's good to catch the slaves early. Also, the fact that you can just manipulate them off the initial seed makes it really consistent. So this Panpour, because I said I had low speed, this is the only other thing that's like affected by having low speed. This outspeeds you instead of being on a speed tie, but it can't really do much except like paralyze you with Lick, which is kind of annoying, but that was good. the medal box. Doesn't matter whether you say yes or no there. It's the exact same thing. And that guy like shows up in Pokemon centers and gives you medals, so you really don't want to talk to him during a run because he gives you like a ton of medals. Waste loads of time if you did that. Oh, just gonna jump off a cliff again. Give us some orange berries. Those are pretty helpful actually. So hopefully I don't get any encounters because the Manip's broken. Okay, nice. So yeah, that's where normally the Manip would end, because after this gym there's like a phone call, which the RNG just advances like a ton in the phone call, so it's impossible to Manip past here. But luckily after this gym you can buy repels anyway, so it's good timing. So yeah, this is the first gym. Normal type gym. Yeah, you get a fresh water at the start of like every gym, which is helpful at first because it heals 50 HP, but as you get like to the 8th gym where you have like 200 HP, it's not so useful. So you got to fight both of these trainers. So if I die, it would be kind of bad because basically I need to keep track of my step counter before I get to the Drill Boomer Nip, because as I said about the IV RNG, it advances every 128 steps, and even though I'm going to reset to do and change my clock and stuff to do the Drill Boomer Nip, it doesn't reset the step counter, so I have to keep track of it. I used Ember there, by the way, just in case I got a burn, it would save a turn, because he would die to the 2 burn damages. So yeah, if I die, I've got a piece of paper where I've written like how many steps like a death in certain places costs, so I can fix my step counter if need be. But hopefully I'll just not die. And I will save before a couple of fights, which are especially hard. Burn there. Not going to quite kill him. Here I just Ember 3 times because this Lillipup has less special defense than the other one, so Ember actually does more than Tackle to it. Then I always finish with Ember because it has less letters than Tackle. Okay. So here I'm going to heal to full. Register that. And also save. Yeah, if you were doing the risky strats with the speed tie, you probably wouldn't heal that HP and you'd just go in with that and risk the speed tie on Lillipup. But with this strat I always heal to full, and then it makes it pretty consistent because most of the time you get work up once and then tackles from Lillipup, and it hits you into Blaze for the 3rd hit, which is what you want to be in order to definitely get the 3 hit. So here I'll tail whip this. Yep, work up's good there. Hopefully it works up again. Good, okay. That didn't do half. Hopefully I get a good range here and kill. Okay, good, I got a crit. Nice. Crits in this game ignore, like, if he'd raised his defense, the critical would ignore that, but it doesn't ignore it if I raise my attack. So crits are really strong. So probably use tackle here. Yeah. And then hit me into Blaze for the third hit. Blaze is basically when Tepig's ability, when he's 1/3 or below his max HP, his fire moves will get a 1.5 times boost. So that's what I wanted there in order to definitely get it in 3 hits. So that's the first badge. And my HP was slightly out of Blaze, which I'd rather be in Blaze, but it's not too big of a deal. Work up. Don't need to teach work up at all. I think you might have used it in the old Tepig route where you'd use Tepig for the whole game. And I think you actually use it in challenge mode. Because in this game it actually has like a difficulty setting. After you beat White 2 you unlock easy mode, and if you beat Black 2 you unlock challenge mode, and then you can send the keys to like another person and they can play on that difficulty. So there's another category of this game which is challenge mode, which is a bit harder. But I mean, it's weird because the gym leader fights are all harder, but then some of the regular battles are actually easier in challenge mode because you get more levels, because the Pokemon are higher level, so you end up higher level. Yeah, during that phone call the RNG advances like really fast, so you'd have to mash through it frame perfectly in order to manipulate past here. But we can buy repels now anyway, so that's fine. Get the C gear here, but switch it off straight away because you obviously can't use wireless in a speedrun. Okay, so I'm going to deposit both of my HM slaves here. This is because there's like a double battle on the next route. Oh, get in the box. Okay. And if you only have one Pokemon, the double battles don't see you. So I can just skip that double battle by only having one Pokemon. Get some super potions and some repels. Use a repel here, and then I can get into my bag very easily because I registered the berry pocket. And now I have to watch out now for shaking grass tiles, because even though I have a repel on, if there's like a shaking grass tile or like in a cave, dust cloud, or in water, like a water spot, you still get an encounter if you run into it. Gotta say no here, otherwise she just keeps repeating herself. Oh yeah, this game introduced a nice feature where if your repel runs out, it asks you if you want to use another one, which is very helpful. And actually later on when we buy max repels, I'm just gonna use one from the menu, and then for the rest of the game I'm just gonna keep saying yes, rather than using them when I need to, just have it on all the time. So hopefully I get one quick attack from this Rioli. Foresight. No, endure, that's annoying. It's nice if you... Okay, quick attack. I'm in Blaze now, which is nice. Yeah, it's nice if you burn when he uses endure, because then the burn damage just kills him. Get some Petra berries here. This is useful for the next gym because it's poison type. And then coming up is the first spinner of the run. Spinners are trainers that just like move in random directions, so you just gotta wait until they turn. Then I'm gonna equip a Petra Berry. And oh, she got me. So that's just unlucky. At least I don't have to dodge her again, because I have to come back to this route in a minute, and if you don't hit her there, then you have to dodge her 2 more times. Get 2 great balls here. This is useful for catching Drillbur later on. Alright, so here I'm going to enter this Pokemon Center. This is just in case I die to the next gym. I don't have to come all the way back from Aspertia. And through all that grass and stuff. Get on the fresh water, it's a gym. So in this gym again, you have to fight the 2 trainers before you can challenge the gym leader. So it's nice I'm in Blades for this Venipede because it means I'll one-hit it. Then because of that spinner I'm going to get level 15 here, which means I get Flame Charge. And then I've got like a chance of 2 hitting this Coughing. I'm not going to go for it. Unfortunately, he didn't hit me again, so I'm not in Blaze now. I'll equip another Petra Berry because I lost one. So since I'm not in Blaze, I'll have to Tail Whip this guy turn 1. This guy's pretty annoying because he's got Disable. So hopefully he just disables Tail Whip. Oh no, okay. I might get him. Oh yes, I got him. That's like a damage range. So that's nice to get in there. Damage range is basically attacks in this game don't always do the same amount. There's like a range of damage they can do. Alright, so I'll heal to full before the gym leader. Okay, so I'm gonna Tail Whip this Coughing twice. This is just because then 2 Flame Charges will kill. and I won't put him in heal range, because basically when you get like a gym leader's Pokemon or like an important trainer's Pokemon to low health, they can like heal it. And then this Whirlipede's got Poison Point, which means if you hit it with a contact move, it's got like a chance of poisoning you. So I might get poisoned here, but I've got the Pecha Berry anyway, which will heal it, which is good because that move Venoshock does double damage if you're poisoned. So that's why it's very important to have the Pecha for this fight, in case you get Poison Point on the first turn. And then I level up to 18 there. Tepig actually evolves at level 17, but it's nice that I level up to 18 there because then I can skip learning skip it wanting me to learn Arm Thrust, which it would if I evolved at 17, and I don't need Arm Thrust, so that's good. So that's the second badge. And now it's time for everyone's favourite part of the run, Pokestar Studios. This part basically, you know, if you want to go and like get a drink or something, or I don't know, have a little sleep for a couple of minutes, because this part of the run's not very exciting. Because you're basically just forced to do like a tutorial of this place. Mr. Studio. So now we have to watch a movie. I'd recommend watching the audience on the bottom screen. They can be pretty funny. But or watch the movie. The movie's pretty good. Pretty exciting movie. Masked Man, Bryson Man. It's not nice to do bad things. See, the whole audience is just asleep. Oh, they're waking up. Then half of them just leave. It's like they know how bad this movie is, but they're still gonna make you watch it. Then you can Like the credits actually is pretty random here. You can get them on the left side or the right side or taking up the whole screen. If they take up the whole screen, it's actually slightly quicker because they can fit more stuff on the screen.
So we've actually got some questions from the audience.
Oh yeah.
If you don't mind. So yeah, you don't mind answering
Yeah,
some
fine.
questions? So Nalid16 asks, flight or invisibility?
Flight or invisibility? Invisibility.
Oh, and who do you main in Super Smash Bros. 4?
I don't actually have Super Smash Bros. 4, but when I played Brawl, I'd use Kirby. But I haven't really played Smash 4, and I'm not any good at Smash at all. So now we're going to be forced to make our own movie. But I'm going to make it as short as possible. So I'm just going to, for this movie, I'm just going to use Ice Punch, and that's just going to end the fight immediately, because he's going to kill me. Unless I get a freeze with Ice Punch, which is a 10% chance, then it's even quicker because the fight ends right when I get the freeze, because he can't attack. Unless he defrosts, which is another 10% chance. So come on, let's get the freeze. I didn't get it. Damn. Lost like 2 seconds or whatever. So yeah, you're actually forced to save here, and it's pretty funny because I think it's if you haven't saved to this point, this save doesn't actually do anything at all. So, you know, if you were playing this game and you got up to this point and then you thought it saved there, it actually didn't do anything at all. So if you reset, you lost your save. So now I'm finally done with Pokestar Studios, so I can get on with the game. So yeah, the story of Team Plasma is kind of continuing on from Black and White 1. But now they're like completely different. They're not about like releasing Pokemon into the wild. They now just want to take over the world or whatever. Alright, nice. That Patrat can be pretty annoying. It has Detect, so which protects itself. We're given Cut here, which is just completely useless. Don't use it at all. Now we have to go chase Team's Plasma. Oh yes, the NPC is nice. That orange guy can sometimes be on the one tile below, so I have to go around him, but he was nice. And that blue guy can sometimes be one tile above there, but they were both very nice to me. Alright, so since I already hit that spinner, I don't have to worry about dodging her. Just run straight past her. So now we can get over to the mainland of the main bit of the region. Because this area is actually a bit that wasn't in Black and White 1. This is like a new area. There's a couple of new cities later as well. So will the NPC be nice? Nope. Gonna have to go around him. So now we're getting very close to where I'm going to be catching a Drillbur. And since I didn't die at all, my step count is going to be at the normal place, so I don't have to worry about that. It won't... My step counter will be at 43 when I get there, and my Manip takes 51 steps. So that won't go over 128. Because if it goes over 128, the IV RNG will advance and I won't get the right Drillbur. So I go to that tile because it's right in front of this guy, so he doesn't have to walk up to me. It's going to give me a bicycle. Just a free bicycle. It's pretty nice of him. So I'll register that instead of the berry pocket. Now I'm going to go in here because this guy gives me the experience share, which I'm going to use a bit to train Drillbur, because the third gym is bug type, and Drillbur isn't really good at defeating bug types, but Tepig is very good, or Pignite is very good at that, so I'm going to be using Pignite for that gym. But so that Drillbur gets experience, I've got the experience share. And then I talk to that clown thing, or Harlequin there, because if you talk to all of the Harlequins before you leave, and then talk to the last one when you leave the city, you get a free rare candy, which I need. Even though it's quite slow to talk to all the clowns, it's still faster than like fighting an extra trainer or whatever. Because there's a level that I need to get in a certain place. See if I can get this tile right. Yeah, I think that's the right tile. Yep. It's quite hard to like do that right when you first start running this game, because it isn't the tile that you'd expect it to be. I mean, it doesn't matter if you go on the wrong one, you just lose a few frames, but okay. So if my Pidove had like died before I could catch it or whatever, and I didn't have a Pidove, I would catch a Zubat here as a backup, but I've already got it, so it's fine. Alright, since I'm in Blaze, I'm actually going to attack Sandile, even though I'll probably end up attacking Scraggy because his Duop will kill the Sandile, but just in case it doesn't, then I'll kill that. But yeah, he got that, so I'll just attack the Scraggy. Oh, it doesn't actually matter if I die here at all. I might die here, but it doesn't matter because, yeah, okay, he's just going to finish it off anyway, so... And then you get a free heal right after, so that doesn't matter. get strength. You actually don't need to use strength until Victory Road, right at the end of the game. But you need it for like 2 boulders. So you have to teach it at some point. Then we meet Coal Rest for the first time. It's going to appear later. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing the drill per minute. So I'm going to save on this particular tile. And so this is going to work kind of the same as the manip at the start, where I'm going to start the game at a certain time, and then I've just got to hope for my timer 0 value to be correct. So 12, 5, 12. $3.36, and I've got to hold certain buttons. Okay. So the way I'll know if I got the right timer 0 is if a dust cloud spawns, because to find Drillbur you have to find him in a dust cloud. Yep, I heard it spawn there, so... And then I do a bit of movement there. That's to advance my PID RNG so that I get the Adamant Drillbur level 19 female. Level 19 is the highest you can get in this area, and female's better because then you can't get attract from Skylar. Skylar's Swoobat and Grimsley's whatever he has. Damn. So yeah, you can't manipulate the fight RNG, as I say. So I just got to chuck balls. It's better to just chuck balls here because he can actually kill me from full health if he uses dig, and like hitting him doesn't really help that much. So now I've used all of my great balls. It's like 33% to get in with the great ball and 25% with the Pokeball. So hopefully I can get him. Ah. Damn. Oh, I see you use dig, so I'm gonna heal to full here. There's a 9 in 16 chance though he kills me with this dig. Oh, he actually didn't. Damn. Alright, I'm dead. Well, I'll just do the manip again then. That's unlucky. Yeah, it's really annoying you can't manip the fights at all. That would be really helpful. Oh, I got it again. Okay, so timer 0 is cooperating, which is nice. But yeah, this Drillbur's IVs are 31 in everything except special attack. And because special attack doesn't matter, I'm going to be using Mud Slap once. That's the only special move. Oh my god. Okay, I'm actually going to hit him. So if I survive, I can... Oh wow, I survived again. And I crit him. Wow. He also has Sand Force ability, which raises his ground type moves in a sandstorm, which helps on one fight. It saves 1 turn. So like when I was looking for this Drillbur seed, I didn't actually... I looked for females because they're definitely better, but I didn't look for ones with Sand Force. I would have taken Sand Rush as well, because it's really hard to find like good Drilbur seeds. I'm getting really lucky with this time of 0 though. Wow, hit it 3 times in a row. That's really nice. If only you could just get in the ball. Yay! So I will nickname that one because I use him for the rest of the run. Give the experience share. And dig out. Level 19 also comes with dig, which is nice because you can just dig out of here. And it changes to winter there because I changed my time to December. So now I'm going to flag the second Harlequin. Then I'll do the third one after the gym. Oh my god. The bike in this game is pretty fast, and it's also like accelerates instantly. Whereas like in Gen 3 and 4, the bike kind of takes a couple of tiles to get to full speed. So because it accelerates instantly, if you like miss a door by like 1 tile, it makes it hard to get in. So Pig Knight has no trouble with this gym. Burns all these bugs. Then we get some experience on Drilbur from the experience share. The experience share in this game just splits it half and half. So yeah, half the experience goes to Pig Knight, half to Drilbur. But on the gym leader fight, I'm actually going to be putting Drilbur out into battle, and that will mean he'll get a bit more experience because of that and the experience share. Ideally this combi doesn't use Gust, because Gust does a lot. It's not a threat, but I'd rather not take damage. Bug Bite, that's good. And this thing has Protect, which can waste time. Nice. Oh, missed that. That's quite hard to time there when you get back control after him moving. So on this guy, I'm going to Flame Charge his first 2 Pokemon. It'll be faster to Ember because then you don't get the text saying your speed rose or whatever. But I want to have +2 speed just in case Dwebble uses Rock Polish and raises his speed. It probably wouldn't be worth it to do that. But the reason I do it is because he has Sand Attack, so I really don't want to give him an extra turn under any circumstance, because Sand Attack, I mean, if you've watched Pokemon speedruns, you know how bad Sand Attack can be. So, oh, he's just going to crit me anyway. Okay, I'm going to actually heal that HP. So I switched Drilbur to the front there because I'm going to switch him out immediately, but because he participates in the battle, he gets 75% of the experience because of the experience share as well. And I need to get Slash before Elisa, otherwise I just can't beat Elisa because she's got an Emolga, which is flying type, and I don't have anything that's good on that. So I need to get Slash, so I need this bit of extra experience by switching here. And I'm going to do it for all the Pokemon on this fight. So yeah, switch to Pignite immediately. Ideally I get Razor Leaf here, but yeah, String Shot, then it'll just Razor Leaf here. Okay, since I'm high HP, I'm going to use 2 attacks with Pignite before I switch back to Drilbur. If I was lower on HP, I'd just use 1. Then I'll finish it off with Drilbur so he gets more experience. Oh wow, that's unlucky. I actually did so much damage I put him in heal range. That means I'm probably going to have to heal after this fight. Alright, so he'll probably use Cut and put me into Blaze. Yep, and then I can definitely get the one hit here. It's a damage range if I'm not in Blaze. Drilbur's going to get to 22 and gets Hone Claws. So yeah, I haven't really talked about why Drilbur's used, but basically Drilbur and then Excadrill especially is extremely powerful. He's got very high attack and stuff, and he learns like really good moves. Like Hone Claws is really useful because it raises your attack and your accuracy, and then Excadrill learns Swords Dance later, which increases your attack by +2, and you can get Iron Head, which is really strong. He learns Earthquake by level up. He's just and he learns Rock Slide. He's just like by far the best poke to destroy the game with. And there's quite a lot of double battles in the late game, so having moves like Earthquake and Rock Slide, which hit 2 Pokemon, speed them up a lot, especially in this game where the HP bars go down at the same time. So it's really fast if you get 2 at the same time. So that was the last Harlequin. Now I can get the rare candy when I leave the city. And also Excadrill is Steel type, so he can't get poisoned, and Plasma Grunts use a lot of poison types, which would do that. So another encounter with Colress here. I'll be in the middle here for this cutscene. Then this guy's going to give me the rare candy, because I talked to all the other ones. Now we've got the first battle with Colress, and you battle Colress 3 times, and every time he has a different soundtrack. the first time here it's just the usual trainer battle theme. And this is the fight that you want Sand Force for, which saves 1 turn, because his Magnemite has got Sturdy, so you can't just one-hit it with Dig. Sturdy basically means if a Pokemon's at full health and then it gets 1 shot, it will live on 1 health. So I can't just Dig and kill it in 1 hit. So I'm just going to Mud Slap it twice. And then having Sand Force means that I can just kill it with Mud Slap in 2 hits. I need to heal actually for this fight. And you also need 4 special attack IV, and I think I have 24, so you can definitely get that range. That protein, I'm going to use it next time I menu because it helps with damage ranges later on. I'll use it here actually because I'm going to menu here. Gonna heal and protein. Protein gives you 10 EVs in whatever stat it is. So protein does attack, so it would give me 10 attack EVs. And every 4 EVs corresponds to 1 stat point at level 100. So at this level, 10 EVs would maybe correspond to like 1 stat point. Maybe. I don't know. It's more useful as you get higher level. And here, you have to do this join avenue thing. So I just say 9 to everything, because 9 is just right next to the confirm button, so it's just really easy. That's why I like name everything 9, because it's just really easy. So in Imbaster City, first we got to go to the old gym. This is the gym from Black and White 1. We got to go here first to send Lisa back to the actual gym. So I'm on a speed tie with this Zeb Striker, which is why I healed, because if he wins the speed tie, then I would die. A speed tie is basically when you both have the same speed, it's just 50-50 who goes first. So he went first, so I would have died if I didn't heal. And so now we're going to see the first of the most annoying ability in the run, which is static. A lot of electric types have it. It means if you hit them with a contact move, it's a 30% chance you get paralyzed. And even though I'm ground type, I can still get paralyzed by static, even though I can't be hit by any electric moves. So that's really annoying. Here, it doesn't actually matter if I get it or not, because I'm about to go and heal anyway. But in the next gym, it can be really annoying. So there we go, there's static. 30% apparently, but I swear it's higher than that. And doing that sends Elisa back to the gym, and so we can go and fight her now. But first I'm actually going to go and heal, because there's like a free heal a couple of fights after the gym, so by healing now I have exactly enough digs to get all the way to the next free heal. And I also heal that paralyzed that I got from static. So I'm going to... So I pick up my slaves here and I drop off Pig Knight because I don't need him anymore. And then I also put Drilber in the box for a second, and that's what heals him. Then I get these red shards. That's for the moves tutor later to get Ironhead. 4 paralyze heals, 5 potions, and revives. And the revives aren't actually just for safety, you actually need them for the route to revive slaves. But they help for safety as well. And you might wonder why I bought so many paralyzed heals, but it's because like there's 6 things in this gym with static, so I could potentially get paralyzed 6 times. So let's see how many statics I get. This Elekid can't do anything at all except light screen. Okay, I didn't get one there. She actually usually switches to Flaffy because he can't do anything, but sometimes she doesn't like that, which is faster, I guess. Oh, there's the static, alright. So I'm going to have to heal that paralysis. Alright, yeah, that's fine.
Donation mic is on.
Okay, so we've got 2 donations. One from Agathor86, a £5 donation. Says, awesome, first UK speedrunning marathon. Yes, it is. Thank you very much. The second one is from Ozzo Tur, who I believe is in the room. He says, poor Pig Knight with you from the start, and then you just dump them like a cheap date.
£10 donation there.
I get rid of Pig Knight, by the way, because I'd rather have less Pokemon for like later for the double fights, because it's easier to kill them. Easier to kill my slaves for the double and triple fights.
Wow, okay.
And also
Much darker.
I wonder what the chat's going to say in a minute.
also so it doesn't show up in the Hall of Fame. Saves a bit of time as well. So the Blitzels actually don't have static, which is nice. But everything else does.
We also have a question from Thunderplum. It says, what Pokemon are you going to use to deal with Marlon, aka Scoldlord?
Excadrill. I'm just going to be using Drillbur and then Excadrill for the rest of the run. You'll see how I deal with them when I get there, I guess. So yeah, I learned Slash there, which is really important because otherwise I have nothing to kill the Emolga with, because I just have Metal Claw and Dig, which are useless. So yeah, this Emolga has static as well. I'm going to set up a hone clause first so I can 2-hit it. Then slash. That might not kill. That was a bad range. Nope. Alright, she's going to heal. So I'll hit it. And then static. Now I'll heal. Whoa, okay. Got a heal here because the Zeb Striker outspeeds me. And I heal on the Flaffy instead of the Zeb Striker because it does less, and sometimes it just misses like that and does nothing. Didn't get static there, that's nice. So now we're done with static. There we go. So that's 4 badges now. Volt switch. Volt switch is actually pretty annoying if you fight Elisa with like Ember or Pignite or whatever, or basically anything that's not ground type. Then she just spams Volt switch and just keeps, which basically attacks you and then switches to another Pokemon, which is really annoying. So, but Jorba's ground type, so she'll never do that. Alright, so I'm using Rare Candy here, and this is because this will give me Excadrill in a certain place that I want it by using the candy there. And then I also teach Rock Slide because that's really good. So the next fight can be pretty annoying because this guy's got a Watchog and its moves are Hypnosis, Confuse Ray and Super Fang. And Hypnosis puts you to sleep, Confuse Ray confuses you, and Super Fang cuts your HP in half. So he has a very bad moveset. Ideally he just uses Super Fang. That's the best. So I give him 1 turn to attack. Confuse Ray, okay, just get through then. Okay, good. And it's really slow if you die there as well and revive because his only attacking move is Super Fang. So it takes a long time to kill your slaves before you can send it back in. Send Dribble back in. Get the free heal there. not going to use Fly for quite a while. Only need to use it like twice in the whole run. But it's still worth getting Pidove for. Bianca's going to teach us about these hidden grottos. And there's Minccino there. In like older routes of this game, I think you'd actually catch that Minccino because you need 3 Pokemon for the next fight because it's a triple battle. So I think you'd catch it sometimes. Nope. So I'm going to save here because this fight can be pretty bad. And if you die, then you can't revive because your slaves die as well. And if your slaves don't die, then you don't get the right experience, so I'll have to start again as well. It's Heartbreaker Charles. He ruins your runs, breaks your heart. Okay, so I'm going to use that X attack that I picked up like way in the beginning. And in this gen you can actually use an X attack with a different Pokemon than you're actually using the move with. So I can use Rock Slide and use an X attack on Drilbur. Okay, good, I hit the Rock Slide, that's good. Now I'll finish this off. Gonna hit me with Psybeam. And Tortuga can't kill me from there with Aqua Jet, so I'm fine. That was actually a really good fight. Well, actually, I shouldn't speak too soon. I should wait until... Okay, yeah, good fight. Yeah, that fight can go wrong in quite a few ways. So now I'm going to go over this bridge, and there's like spots on this bridge which are like the shaking grass tiles and stuff where you get Ducklet, so there's one there. But I don't want to get Ducklet, so I want to avoid that, which I did, which is nice. But I've had like multiple runs where I've just had one spawn right in front of me and then it's been a Ducklet encounter, which is pretty unlucky because I think it's only 20% to actually be Ducklet and not like a wing or something. And I think in an old route you'd actually get Ducklet there. Well, I know you did, not I think, you did in like an old route, you get Ducklet there for Fly and Surf. But it's just better to get the slaves at the start. It's way more consistent as well. So now we're going to have the last fight with Drilbur before I evolve. And I'm actually going to save before this one as well. This will be the last fight I saved before, because once I get Excadrill he just owns everything. And I have revives. But this fight, even though I have revives, he does a lot of damage, so even if I die and he's like set up with his workups and stuff, he can still kill me again and just, it's not good. So yeah, basically he has Intimidate, which lowers my attack, and I've just got to basically hope to ideally flinch with Rock Slide. Nope, takedown. Oh, that's really bad. I guess I'll heal. And then yeah, he'll... Okay, yeah. And then I can finish him with dig. Okay, good. And then this Swoobat's pretty annoying. Here it would be ideal if it was a male Jilbur because of a track there. And wow, I got through but I missed. Rock Slide is 90% accurate, so you can miss. Okay, I got the damage range on it though. But yeah, it would be ideally you'd be male for that fight, but it's more important to be female for other fights, so female is better. And now, Jilbur, he was alright, but you know, he wasn't that good. But now we're going to get Excadrill, who is just a complete beast and is just going to own everything. Wants to learn Horn Drill, but nah, don't want Horn Drill. This guy's going to offer me a Zora, but I don't want it. As I say, I don't want more Pokemon than I need. So now I have Excadrill. So this is why I used the candy where I did, because it means I get Excadrill before this gym, so I can just teach Ironhead right here. And if you didn't use the candy, you would evolve like in the gym. So you'd have to come all the way out the gym, and also the gym fights would be more annoying. Teach it over Slash, because I don't need Slash anymore. So this is the ground gym. Oh yeah, that's a nice thing they did in this game. Actually, they like remixed the soundtrack for each gym. So each gym has like a different soundtrack. They didn't do it in any other game. Just this game, they decided to do that and decided to not do it after. Hopefully they'll bring that back for a new game because it's really nice. Yeah, Excadrill just owns everything now. Oh yeah, I don't talk to these trainers in this gym because you just get the exclamation mark anyway for whatever reason. I guess because it's like dark, they still give you the exclamation mark. Intimidate, doesn't even matter, still kill him. Alright, so earlier I used revives on my HM slaves, and you might have wondered why I did that. It's for the next fight with Clay, because I need to basically switch out a couple of times to reset my stats. So I'm going to switch out here to get rid of this Intimidate. He'll probably use Bulldoze. Yeah. Then I can get him. And then ideally I get a flinch here with Iron Head. Iron Head is 30% to flinch. If I get it, I won't have to switch out to reset my speed. Oh, that's actually really bad. I did not do anywhere near half. That's not good. Okay, he's going to use rollout. Okay, right. That's fine then, because now he's locked into rollout. Even if I didn't kill him there, which I did anyway, okay. It would have been fine. And then, yeah, I needed to reset my speed there to outspeed this Excadrill. Even though I'm a level lower, I still outspeed it because I've got 31 IV. So you're probably starting to see by now how good Excadrill is. Just why he's used over everything else. So now I've got to go to the World Tournament, and similar to like Pokestar Studios, they make you like do a round of this. This is like a new place in Black and White 2 as well. It's pretty cool. You get to like fight gym leaders from different regions and stuff. So I've got to enter here. And then this is just set what opponents I get. I always get Hugh and then Charon and then Colress for this. And for some reason, for this this round, as part of the story, they don't reset your level to like 25, but they do for all the opponents. So it's just really easy. But I have actually died to this fight because this duo is a 13 and 16 range. So there's a chance I won't one-hit it. And then if he crits me with Water Pulse and gets a 5 in 16 range with the critical, then I do die. And that has happened to me once, which is pretty crazy because it's like a 0.03 chance or something. And it happened. Or like, no, sorry, 0.03%. It's like, yeah, ridiculous. So now, in this tournament, the abilities are random of the enemy Pokemon. So I'm going to have to hope for some good abilities here to save a bit of time. Hopefully Charon's Stoutland doesn't have Intimidate, because then I don't have to set up the home clause to get back my attack. Let's see here, it's just 50-50 whether it does or not. Yeah. So I've got to set up a home clause here. And this is 1 in 16 to kill it. I actually got pretty close there. Then we get our second battle with Colress. And this time he's got the world champion music. Because it's like the final battle in the tournament. Well, not the world champion, the final... You know what I mean. The final battle. Yeah, so ideally this Magneton doesn't have sturdy, so it won't live my dig. If it does, it's pretty bad because it has like annoying moves, like Supersonic there. Okay, good, didn't have sturdy. Yeah, it has Supersonic and it has Mirror Shot, which can lower your accuracy, so it's pretty bad. And that's the end of the tournament. We get 1 battle point for our efforts. Then I'm actually going to spend that battle point straight away. Going to get a Carbos. And that's for later on. Carbos gives you 10 speed EVs. And I need to use 2 Carbos and 1 rare candy in order to outspeed a couple of Pokemon. So I just pick up a Carbos later on and buy that one there. And it's faster than going to the actual shop and buying 2. I don't think this Coughing can actually die. I don't think I've ever seen it die. I get really close, but I never get it in 1 hit. So, oh, that was really close. I don't know if it's actually possible to get it in 1. But you can't dig it because it has Levitate. So now I'm going to get to the first kind of double battle where you're with a partner. There's quite a few of them in this game, and they can be annoying because you can't control what your partner does. But most of them are with Hugh. This one's with Charon, and usually Charon's more cooperative than Hugh is. Hugh usually does really dumb things. So I'm gonna rock slide. Rock slide hits both. Oh, I didn't quite get the Golbat range. So yeah, he finished off the Grimer. That's good. And as you saw with rock slide there, both the HP bars like go down at the same time in this game. So it's like really quick. In like older games, they would go down one at a time. So moves which hit 2 Pokemon are really good in this. Now I've got a battle with Hugh. I have less faith in Hugh to do the right thing. But ideally he uses Aqua Jet, or wait, what do I want him to do? I don't even know. Attack the Coughing. I want him to kill the Coughing basically. Water Pulse, that's right. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Nice. Good. That was very good. And then hopefully here, Raticate attacks him. Yes, and then if he uses Revenge. Yes, okay. I'm sorry I doubted you, Hugh. That was really good. Takes so long there to get out of the cutscene and like move again. Yeah, so now I'm going to take the last shopping trip of the run, if I can get in. So escape rope, that's for like way later on. Full heals. Then max repels. So as I said earlier, I'm just going to use max repel once and then just keep saying yes every time it says, do you want to refresh it? So I don't have to menu every time. So I'll have max repels active for the whole rest of the game. Then we've got a load of spinners coming up here. There's one, there's two, okay. So spinners, yeah, they just spin randomly. And, I mean, I already hit one earlier. Yeah, there's quite a few in this area, in this section of the game. And it's pretty funny, because there's like 4 in this little section. And then there's like none until Victory Road, and then there's 4 right at the end. Gotta kill this dealing. Sorry, Garfield, if you're watching. So you had to see that. Alright, for that spinner, I ran up next to her, because if you run next to a spinner, they'll look in that direction. So by running up next to her, it made her look to the right, and then I just got on my bike and went past her. she still has a chance to spin up, but since I've done that strat, she's never span up, so I'll just keep doing that. And it's really consistent. And you're already off the bike because you've been in the house thing. So in here you got to like push these stones, and if you try and push them in the wrong direction, you have to stop for like 2 seconds. So it wastes loads of time if you do this wrong. This is the last spinner for a while. Alright, nice. So there's no more spinners until Victory Road now. Be careful to dodge that guy because he's like a rotation battle or a triple battle or something really slow. Then I've got to go up to the top here to avoid that girl. Yeah, I went left 2 tiles there because this cutscene's faster if you're on this tile instead of like 2 tiles to the right. This is actually the first time you meet the professor. She gives you a Master Ball. Don't need it though. Nothing else I need to catch. So I'm going to follow the professor because she has a good item to give me. I'm going to go over these things because if I go through the grass then I can get like shaking grass encounters, which are dumb. Then I'll go over this one so that I don't have to dodge that spinner. Get this elixir for later. So here I get the lucky egg, and the lucky egg is a really useful item. It boosts your experience by 1.5 times, so you end up getting a lot more experience with it equipped. I'm also going to teach the HMs here, since I've got them all now. So strength. So now here I'm actually not going to fly back. It's actually faster to just bike back because the flying animation is like really long. So it's just faster to go back like this. Alright, so this is the flying gym, and basically in this gym every few seconds the wind is going to blow me back, so I've got to like hide in these green spots or like behind things so that it doesn't push me back into a trainer. So I hide behind this. Then in the green, you're sheltered. Got to be careful there not to run in front of that guy. Then I can't quite make it, so I've got to go down here. Alright. So this fight, I'm gonna finally use that X speed that I got way back in the beginning. Because I need to outspeed her Swanner, otherwise it just will kill me. This Swoobat has Unaware, which is really annoying because I'm going to set up a Hone Claws because I need it for later. But then this is still a damage range because Unaware ignores my attack boost. See, I missed it there. Then this Swanner, even though I've used Hone Claws, it still has a 1 in 16 chance of living. But hopefully that won't happen. Yep, good. It would kill me if it had lived, so that's good. Now I'm going to learn Earthquake. So I don't need Dig anymore, because Earthquake's just better. Maybe get some flinches here. Yep. Okay, so now we can get the plane, get on Skylar's plane over to Lentimus Town, which is like a new town that wasn't in Black and White 1. So she's going to talk about Team Plasma or whatever. And then you have to say no to helping her, which is pretty funny that saying that you're not going to help her is actually faster. Because she says, yeah, that's sensible. Alright, here I've got to not hold B. If you hold B there, those, well, get in. Those bikers go really fast and would hit me. So, don't hold B there. Okay, glad that didn't spawn in front. I bonk into that trainer there. That delays me just enough so that I can just run past the next one. See, if I was any earlier, he would have hit me, but because I delayed myself, he didn't. And then the guy will be coming down on the left, so I'll go up the middle. I was going to heal before this fight, but okay, I'll just risk it. I think I've got a backup if I die. Because the issue with dying is losing experience. Okay, so this Vibrava is a range, 75% to get it. If I don't get it, it might kill me. Okay, I got it. Good. So I did the right thing, not healing. Him critting there doesn't matter because I'm just gonna Earthquake now, take out everything. You can already see the boost from the lucky egg, making me level up really quickly. Alright, so... oh, that sucks. Crit Mushrana. So this fight's going to take an extra turn. And the reason I don't Rock Slide that Drifblim is because Rock Slide doesn't kill. So both Iron Head and Rock Slide take 2 hits. So I just go for Iron Head because it's 100% accurate. And usually what happens is you use Iron Head and then the Mushrana finishes it off with Shadow Ball. Alright, now I've got Rival Fight. Haven't had one for quite a while actually, but this fight can be pretty annoying because his Unpheasant almost always uses Taunt on the first turn, when ideally I would like to get up 2 Hone Claws, but most of the time I can only get up 1. Let's see. Oh, he actually used Detect, okay, wow. So I'm going to be able to get up 2, that's nice. Then he used it. Okay, and then he didn't detect when I attacked. That's really nice. Okay, let's see if I can get the 7 and 8 range on this Samurott then. Aqua Jet, that's kind of sucks, but nice, got the range. Okay. This was a really good fight then. Rock Slide. Because of the Home Claws, Rock Slide is 100% accurate. Alright, here I've got to be careful with my movement a bit. Yeah, I was trying to go in front of him. That was better than messing it up and hitting him, but if you go 1 tile in front of him, you can get past him. Oh, no, I do not want to surf. Get this Max Ether for later. And because I had a good fight there, I don't have to heal. Usually you take 2 Aqua Jets and have to heal, but that was good, so I don't. Then here you have to say, it's faster to say no, you don't remember the story. Now I've got another double battle with Hugh. So hopefully I hit Rock Slide on both of these here. Light screen doesn't matter, and I hit both. That's really nice. I got a crit on Cryogonal, but it doesn't make any difference. And then he'll finish off Golbat with Aqua Jet, and I'll get Sneasel. Yep. Yeah, it's a waste of time actually, him using Aqua Jet there. So I just get it with Earthquake anyway. Now I get the last move that I'm going to learn, Swords Dance, which raises your attack by 2 stages, so it doubles your attack basically. And that's my final move set. Right. So I've got to get the rare candy there. I had to wait for a second there because if you go as fast as possible and try and get the candy, then you just talk to that trainer. So you have to delay a bit there. And get this car boss. And then I'm going to use the candy along with the car boss I got earlier. And also heal. So those car bosses and the rare candy are for outspeeding 2 things. Drayden's Flygon and also a Floatzel in Marlin's gym. You could do 2 candies instead of candy and 2 car boss, but then you wouldn't get the Floatzel, you'd just get the Flygon. So it's worth it to get the car boss, the double car boss and the candy. Ignore all legendaries, don't care about them. Oh yeah, this music reminds me, I didn't explain why I play White 2 over Black 2. Basically, there's quite a few reasons. White 2 has... The battle with Charles is a triple battle instead of a rotation battle, which is faster. And then... what else? Oh, there's one less trainer, one less fight in Reversal Mountain. And there's like other things as well, but like in every way White 2 is better. Flinch? Nope. Taunt, okay, that's good. Usually uses Dragon Dance. And then I think it's a speed tie after Dragon Dance. I can't remember though. So now you can basically choose whether you want to fight the more offensive trainer or defensive. I fight the offensive one because it's faster. Also, at this point in the game, you can buy X items, but it's just not worth it for Excadrill to buy them, because you have Swords Dance, which raises your attack, and then for the speed, you know, I said about the car bosses and stuff, and then it would help for like one fight to have X items, but it's not really worth it just for that one fight, and so it's faster just to take the death there and revive you have to. And now we've got the choice of either triple battles or rotation battles. Gonna choose triple battle, it's faster. And I'm gonna switch Excadrill to second, so he's in the middle, and that means he can hit everything with Earthquake. So Swords Dance, let the slaves die. I need Pidove to die because I can't kill it myself with Earthquake. Oh, that sucks. Pidove lived, wow. Kill Pidove. There we go. See my health, yeah, I'm gonna have to heal then. And now I can just destroy everything. Oh, by the way, you can press start there to check your health. Like the exact number. This fight's pretty simple. Not much he can do. There's no way he can kill me from full health. Like if I was on low health he could kill me from a critical, but at this health he can do nothing. Just Swords Dance so I can one hit everything. Revenge. Not a threat. And yeah, so I get level 46 here from the candies. And that gives me 106 speed, and this Flygon has 105. And it does like a load of damage, so it's important to outspeed it. And then this will outspeed me, but he can't do anything. Dragon Dance, yeah, whatever. Unfortunately you have to go down this gym like the way you came up. A lot of gyms have like a quick way of getting out, but this one you have to go all the way down.
Crafted, do you mind if I take this moment to talk to the stream?
Yeah, sure.
There's that all-important button.
Okay, so I just wanted to remind the stream that we are in fact running today for Médecins Sans Frontières, the international charity for doctors across the world. So if you want to donate, you can by clicking the donate link down below. Any amount is completely okay. If you do want to donate, we'll read it on the stream, and I will indeed read almost absolutely anything. So please, donate.
So now we kind of see how Team Plasma has got a lot more evil than they were in the first games. They're actually just going to freeze this entire city. And this city actually stays frozen until you beat the Elite Four. So even after you beat Team Plasma, it's still frozen.
Oh no, we've had a casualty. The wind has blown. Man down.
Should it close the window?
Yeah.
Here you have to fight all these Plasma Grunts before you can fight Zinzlin. He's going to try and learn Sandstorm here, but that's just useless. I mean, I get the Sand Force boost, but Swords Dance increases my attacks more, so... And also, using Weather is really slow. Yep.
We've got a donation from Agathor86 who donates £5 and says almost anything. Very, very trite, very good.
Nice dodge there. Bit quicker than him hitting me. He can actually use self-destruct though, which would be the fastest. But I don't I'd like to never see him use it, so I don't know if he actually can. These Cryogonals, I think if you have lower speed, these will outspeed you, but because I have like 31 IV and I use the Carbos and everything, they don't. Because before we could manip Excadrill, people did like a route where they'd use Excadrill non-manipped, so it would have like random stats and everything. So that would make a lot of fights harder. But we switched to using real time for Pokemon games about a year ago, which meant we could do that save and quit for manipulating an Excadrill, which is very helpful. So here I get a free heal, and I have to make sure I switch my Excadrill back to the front, but I already did it before Drayden, because I was healing there anyway. And now this section, before I Elixir or whatever next, the PP is like a bit more tight than usual. Than it's like been up to this point, so I've got to like, ideally I don't use like extra moves or anything. I mean, I have some spare moves, but not many. Yeah, for some reason Sharon just calls you there and then arrives instantly. So here's one of the 2 times I'm going to use Fly, so I can get back to Undella Town. And then I can go through the marine tube to Himlau City, which is a new city from Black and White 1. And this has got good music going through here. This whole game's got really good music overall. It's my favourite Pokemon game for music. Oops, I meant to talk to him there, but doesn't matter. And then you have to go to up here to get Marlon to go back to the gym. Then here's the Floatzel I was talking about earlier. If I hadn't used like the rare candy and the Carbosses, this would outspeed me, and you know, it's not going to kill me, but I'd rather not take damage so I don't have to heal later. And then on this trainer, her Golduck is a 7 and 8 range. And it's really annoying if I miss it because it will either attack me and then I have to heal before Marlin, or it will use Soak, which changes my type to water. And then because my type is water, I can't one-hit the Starmie because I don't have Stab, which is, Stab is same type attack bonus, which you get if you use a move, which is like the same type as what you are. But luckily I got the range, so it's all good. And now I'm on Marlin, which is what someone earlier was asking how I beat. They'll get to see now. But, I mean, there's a decent chance I die here and have to revive.
Alright mate, calm down. Don't worry, there was just a slight murder outside.
Oh, look at that. You shouldn't say that if our stream shut down.
Okay, so hopefully I either flinch here or I get Shell Smash. Scold would be really bad. Shell Smash, perfect. Okay, so almost certainly not going to die then. Because this Wailord, because I'm on full health, this Wailord's almost definitely going to use Amnesia. And even if it uses Scold, I'm fine, as long as it doesn't burn. Scald Burn is the only thing that would be bad. Yeah, Amnesia, easy. So yeah, that's how I beat Marlin, for whoever asked. With Excadrill. Don't even need to worry about Scald, you just don't get it. But yeah, you can't one-hit the Wailord or the Jellicent, that's why I use the Swords Dance. And if I had got hit by Scald, what I would have to do is use Iron Head, and then hope I flinch, and then if I don't, then I'd have to die and revive. And if I get burnt by Scald, then I have to take the death at some point, and get rid of the burn. So yeah, that's, now I've got all the badges, but there's actually quite a while until the end of the game because I still have to defeat Team Plasma. Oh, I was meant to say yes then. So I wasted a few frames there. So I get this machine here, which allows me to wake up this Crustle that's in the way. And then you can catch Terrakion here, but don't need him. I think in the Emboar route you would catch Terrakion maybe, and use him in like the double fights for something. And then coming up there's a spinner, but it actually... Okay, I got past her, but it doesn't matter if she gets me there, because if she does, she moves forward, so I can just go around her and not have to fight this guy. So you either fight one or the other. quite an interesting thing you can get, which I don't think has happened to anyone ever on a run because it's extremely rare, but you can get a dust cloud to spawn in front of a trainer, and then if you walk round the dust cloud, the trainer doesn't see you, which is extremely rare to get a dust cloud to spawn on one of the tiles that you need to do that. So it's not worth like trying to get a dust cloud to do that. But it would save a lot of time because you could get one here and skip this trainer. But it's not worth like you know, saving and resetting and like manipulating one, because that would take almost as long as fighting, and then you might miss the timer 0, and so it wouldn't work.
Do you mind if we cut in again real quick?
Yep, that's fine.
So I just wanted to say the stream account has now passed 110 followers, which is kind of crazy because we only had 50 followers at the beginning of the day. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that's following the stream, following the story of UKSM so far, and I hope you all tune in throughout the rest of the weekend. But yeah, thank you guys so much.
Marlon's going to help us out here to get on this ship. Use my last earthquake here, then I can use that max ether that I picked up a while ago to get it back. So yeah, ethers do one move and elixirs do all the moves. And if it's max, then it restores it fully. If it's not max, then it does 10 PP. Alright, so we've got another battle with Hugh here. Here I just want him to not die, basically. That's all I want him to do. I don't really care what he does. But if he dies, then it's slow. He almost killed that. That actually would have been really good if he'd killed that. I've never seen him even do that before. But yeah, since he's low health here, he's gonna heal. So I can just use Earthquake and won't kill him because he's healed. If he wasn't that low, I would use Iron Head in order not to kill him, but I'd rather use Earthquake because Iron Head's a damage range. So I fight this grunt because they give me the password thing. I can't remember what it's called. But the thing that lets me enter the password. And you're actually supposed to like fight more people to be able to like get different letters for the password or whatever. But because I know my password, I don't have to do that. And I know it because it's based on your trainer ID. And since I did the manipulation at the start for Tepig, that also manipulates my trainer ID, so it's always the same. So my password will always be the same. Plasma card, that's what it's called. That lets me enter the password. Then I've got yet another double battle with Hugh here. And in this one, I just want him to like Aqua Tail all the Pokemon on the right while I get all the ones on the left. Well, the first two. Good. Good. Now I'm going to Earthquake, which will take out the Scolipede. It might take out the Weavile if I get a good range. Hopefully it won't take out Samurott. Yeah, good. Alright, Samurott, finish it off. Nice. Yep, that's fine.
We do in fact have a donation from XWVP13 who has donated £10. They say, well done to everyone that worked so hard to get this organised and who are working tirelessly throughout. Sorry I can't be there yet, but I'll see you Sunday.
So now I've got to fly back to Himlau, got to find Team Plasma again. So here I'm going to exit for a second. This is just to set my warp point for when I escape rope later. So I end up there. So ideally this wheezing just explodes, which it sometimes does. Nope. Get some max revives here. These are actually useful for later, because there's a fight on the Elite Four where I'm very likely to die and have to revive. So yeah, now I've got a double fight on my own, and this is why I don't want Pig Knight. I don't want like extra Pokemon to have to kill here. It's already annoying because I have Pidove, and Pidove doesn't die to Earthquake, so I just have to Swords Dance until they decide to kill Pidove. That's the only upside to dying to Marlin. Pidove would die, so you don't have to KO it here. Wait for it to die here. Alright, good, they just killed it straight away. Scary face, but that doesn't matter. I still outspeed everything. Then Psyduck just will die to my Earthquake. But I don't want things to be alive there when I'm killing other Pokemon, because then they'll get experience as well, and they'll get like a billion levels, and it will be really slow. And then this Scrafty is a range if you don't Sword Dance, but because I did, this is guaranteed. Then we got a Bug type and a Flying type. Perfect time to Rock Slide. Take them both out. Then I'm gonna Earthquake this, because this means I can delay using the Elixir, which is slightly better. It saves like a few frames in the Elite Four. Basically, it doesn't save much time, but I'll do it anyway. Gotta be careful of that guy not to hit him. And yeah, so here you've gotta go through this maze. You can go through it like a slightly quicker route than I do, but then you have to dodge a spinner, and I'd rather not have to dodge a spinner, so I'll lose a little bit of time to not have to do that. max elixir. So yeah, if I didn't have enough PP for the next fight, I would use that right there. But since I do, I can delay that. Yeah, just being very careful there not to hit that guy. Yeah, by delaying the elixir, I can earthquake this, and that's faster because it doesn't have the super effective text. Now time for, it seems like everyone's favourite soundtrack. But on this fight, he's got 2 Pokemon with Sturdy and 1 with an air balloon. So with those Pokemon, I'm just going to Iron Head on the first turn so that I can 1-hit them after, or 2-hit them, and hope for flinches with Iron Head. Wow, explosion. I don't think I've ever seen that use explosion. Wow. But that is faster. Didn't even know it had it, to be honest. That's nice. So this thing's got an air balloon, which means it can't be hit by Earthquake. But Iron Head will pop the balloon. Yeah, it didn't flinch. Don't want Fisher. Oh. Forgot I had to talk to him for a second there. So this is the leader of Team Plasma. But we're not going to be able to fight him yet, because he's just going to run off. We're going to fight these people first. Oh, and actually that magnet zone using explosion is even better, because now I have an extra earthquake, so I can earthquake all the pawn odds. Usually you have to iron head one of them twice because you don't have enough, but now I can earthquake all of them. So that, yeah, that using earthquake is explosion is actually like a really good time saver, which I had no idea about.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. It's good timing actually with that water, because there's cutscenes coming up where I can drink that.
I like to time my birthday presents well.
This guy can be a bit annoying because he has me first. And yeah, so he can flinch me. Yep, and he did. Me first basically uses whatever move you're going to use. Alright, now there's just a load of cutscenes basically for the next couple of minutes. He's gonna try and kill us. Luckily we get saved though by N.
So we've actually got another donation, if that's okay.
Yep.
we've got a £5 donation from Happy Growls. This is all the money I've got on me. I hope it will help you all out. Sorry I couldn't make it. Good luck, Joe. Thanks a bunch, Joe.
So yeah, this cutscene looks better. You've got the top screen on top. I don't know in the layout if the top screen is above the bottom one, but kind of uses both of them. Then you got to mash here for like 3 text boxes, then there's another cutscene. So Jessis has created this massive, unstoppable legendary, so not sure how we're going to beat it. It's going to be very difficult. Let's see, what could I do? We could try Iron Head, maybe. Oh, there we go. So yeah, there's actually a chance it can live there. If you get extremely unlucky, because it's like stats and stuff are random, because it's a wild Pokemon. If it has like a plus defense nature and really high IVs in HP and defense, and you get a really low roll, it can survive. And it's happened to me once, and it was on my first ever run of this game. It lived. But luckily I had enough HP to survive its attack, so I didn't die. Okay, hopefully he doesn't protect this turn. Good, okay. Because yeah, N gives you a free heal right before this fight, by the way. And that's the end of Team Plasma. So now we can finally go to the Pokemon League.
Aren't you glad we aren't you?
Hey, alright, so let me jump on.
So this is why I bought the escape rope, like way back, and set the warp point to where I did, so I could just go back, straight back there. And so now I've got like 4 spinners to dodge. The first one coming up here is really annoying to dodge. Okay, that's 1 pass. Yep, okay, you got past him. That's really annoying there, because you have to like go round the corner, which is not easy with this bike. Yeah, so 3 more spinners left. Get waterfall here, don't need it though. Then less dramatic badge checks here than the original games. In the original Black and White, you'd go through like massive gates, and like the Victory Road music would build up as you went through each one, which was pretty cool. But here we just get that, and then we get this falling to the floor.
So do you have an EST on Game End?
It would be like half an hour, or less than half an hour really. What's my time right now?
3 hours, 2 minutes and a half.
So now I've got about 3 spinners to dodge in a row. Or, well, 2 in a row. Then I'll have another fight before the last one. And this is what strength is required for, just pushing this boulder and then one later on. It's hard to... That rappel wore off at a really bad time. Okay, that's one. Gotta be careful here with the movement. Okay, I'm actually gonna get off the pike there because that guy's vision extends all the way to the top, so he's annoying. Okay, there we go, got past that spinner. Okay, one more after this fight.
We just got another donation.
Yep.
Thank you, Gary K, for your £5 donation. He says, "This is looking to be a great event, guys, and you're doing it for a great occasion. Let's support those less fortunate than us. Thanks for organising it, and I look forward to seeing many more in the future. Big up the UK speedrunning scene. Can I get a hype from the audience?" There we go.
So that dark cave is a bit annoying. You can get like dust clouds there and then you can't see them at all, so... But I didn't get any, so it was good. Well, hopefully this flinches or uses bulk up. Rock Tomb. Does it outspeed me? Yeah, that's annoying. I'm gonna heal then. Ideally I won't get hit on this fight, but 2 of the Pokemon are damage rangers, so they might hit me. So this is the damage range. I think it's like 5 and 8 or something. Well, that might be the next one. One of them's 7 and 16, one of them's 5 and 8, I think. Can't remember which way around. But I got him. And got crit him, so that's fine. Wow. So yeah, if you didn't see that, I got a dust cloud right in front of me there, and it gave me an Everstone. It just spawned like right in front of me. Yeah, swagger. Gotta heal that then. Alright, let's see if I can do this movement right. Because... yes, I did it. It's hard to time then where the cutscene's going to end and you have to press down. Alright, so time for the Pokemon League. And I'm going to start off by fighting the hardest Elite Four member. Because basically if I do him later, I'll have higher levels and I'll put his Pokemon in healing range. So I just want to do him now. And this guy is very likely to kill me. But I have max revives. Because I'm basically wanting to get 3 flinches on this fight. And so it'd be nice if I get like 1 of them, maybe. Because his first guy, if I don't flinch him, he won't kill me, but he'll lower my speed, so I'll have to switch out and reset my speed. And then his Conkeldurr can just kill me from where I am. Okay, so flinch. Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna have to switch out to get rid of that speed drop. Of course I crit on the second turn. So I'll do that here.
We've got another donation if you don't mind.
Yeah, okay.
Shygrim YT with the £1 donation. She says, we're at 100 now. Let's keep this awesome stream going. Y'all are doing a great job. Tell those kiddos to be quiet and let the adults play their adult video games. Also, shameless self-plug, youtube.com/Shygrim. Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, so hopefully I flinch this. If I don't, he'll kill me. Nope, okay. But yeah, it's faster just to take the death here than go and buy the necessary X items to not die. And sometimes you get the flinch anyway and don't die. So here's one more flinch that would be nice. Ooh, I got it, okay. 1 out of 3, that's good. Okay, so next I'm gonna fight Grimsley. This is because his Lipard is always going to use Fake Out on the first turn. So I can just use that turn to use an Elixir and get my PP back, because I have like no PP in Iron Head and Earthquake. So I can just use this free turn. Oh, it's max Elixir, there we go. Then yeah, he always uses Fake Out. And Fake Out always flinches, by the way. So if I'd used an attack, it wouldn't have worked. So that's why I do the Elixir. And yeah, after Marshall, the rest of the Elite Four is pretty easy. Okay, since I'm at high HP here, I'm going to do Chantel next. If I didn't have enough HP, I would do Caitlyn, because Caitlyn doesn't do any damage at all, and might give you a turn to heal. So ideally this doesn't use Will-O-Wisp, or uses it and misses. I mean, yeah, so that's good. Got to rock slide this because it has Aftermath, which happens if you use contact move, where it takes like what is it, a third of its HP, or I forget how much, but it does some damage to you. And so it's faster not to take any damage. Oops. So this is the last Elite Four member, and it's the easiest because her lead cannot attack you unless you're asleep, because its only attacking move is Dream Eater. And its only way of putting you to sleep is Yawn, which takes 2 turns, so this fight's easy. Swords Dance, yep, Yawn. Love the Swords Dance. Oh, it used that twice. Okay. Then the Reflect doesn't matter because of the Swords Dances. I'll still one-hit everything. What, sorry? Yeah, yeah. Alright, so all we've got left now is the champion. And I won't save before the champion because she's pretty easy, but what I will do is just revive that. So if I die I can just send that out and revive Excadrill, but I won't die. There's almost no chance I'll die. So the worst thing that can happen here is I get criticaled and burned by Flamethrower. That would be awful. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, no crits or burns. Good. And 160. So 163. I forget how much Haxorus's max roll is, but he's very unlikely to use it if it's not like very favourable to kill. So he probably won't kill me. So this Haxorus has got a Focus Sash, which means it will live. It will always live. Flinch would be nice, but it'll probably use Dragon Dance if it doesn't. Yeah. And then, so it could kill me at this point, but Iris is just going to heal it and let me kill him. Because yeah, after that Dragon Dance he would outspeed me and he could kill me, but she just always heals. And there we go. It's a pretty underwhelming final battle. Right, get ready for... $3:14 in-game time, nice. And time.
So that was in total 3:22.09.
Ooh, nice.
So not a bad run. How do you think it went?
Yeah, it went really well, apart from Droba trolled me for a bit. That was, like, everything else went really smoothly, apart from that.
So you're happy with the run?
Yeah,
Have a good time
definitely.
at UKSM?
Yeah, yeah.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. So for you in the audience on the Twitch stream, last time we turned the stream off, that was because we were having some technical difficulties with our overlay. We're not having that this time, so we are now going to be going to an intermission screen where we'll have some music for you, so feel free to stick around to the next run, which is going to be the, was it Super Mario World? The Super Mario World run. So please stick around, we'll be doing that shortly. Thank you for watching so far, and thank you for your generosity in donating for Médecins Sans Frontières.